Hey YouTube, it's Farmall 51 here. Alright, the lights hadn't come on yet, but on this side here. But anyway, what I'm going to do is, I was going to go over to, I guess you could call it the after action report or whatever, but on how the C did. It actually did each time we've pulled it. It's gotten better each time. Still making improvements here and there. Like I say, I got a lot of people I've talked to. Got two guys there that old time pullers that have really helped me a lot. They are about the best there is that I know. Another friend of mine, Stan the Man there, if he's watching the video, he'll know who he is. He's helped a lot. And but anyway, we are currently sitting at, I think, I'm trying to think right here now. We pulled in the 3750 class, we pulled in the 3500 class, and we pulled in the 3200 class. For some reason, I don't know, I think we moved the weight, didn't have the weight kind of set right in the middle on this tractor, but it kind of spun out on one side. I think we moved the weight, we were like 10 pounds over. So we took a 20 or 40 pound weight, or 20 pounds over, so we took a 40 pound weight off. That's all I had. So we were actually 10 pounds under, and on one side there, and that tire actually spun out if you watched the previous video. So currently in the works of redoing the mid-mount weight bracket. I'm going to go a little bit lower and have it go a little bit more forward to put more of the weight in the center. I'm still going to have, and I'm going to change it, redo it to a aluminum, all aluminum front weight bracket. I'm going to redo it to all aluminum as well. Like I said, that's all made out of steel, and it's about as thin as you can get with putting, you know, like 200 pounds on the front or whatever. Usually we put the lighter weight. We've never really picked the front end up, except on that 3200 pound class. For some reason, the front picked up. And that is the first time we have ever had the front pick up on this tractor. So, like I say, the two weight brackets are going to be redone into aluminum. The front one I'm going to have redone into aluminum. The mid-mount I'm going to have redone into aluminum. Like I said, I'm going to go a little bit lower, a little bit more forward with it. I'm going to add a weight bracket to the rear. We currently don't have one, but I need to add one because I need a little bit more weight back on the rear. It seems to spin. It's digging perfectly. I mean, the tractor, you could take your hands off the wheel when you're pulling, and it'll keep just as straight as an arrow. Never veers one way or the other. So it's doing great as far as pulling straight, not trying to veer off. Even when we've hit bad spots, it seems to hold true. But I'm going to add a rear weight rack to it to kind of help with a little bit more weight on the rear. We moved the hitch up. Got it up to 19.5 inches. The cutoff is, I think, 20 or 21. So, and I'm going to redo the pulley bars. Let's see here, turn the torch on. I'm going to redo the wheelie bars. I'm going to redo the wheelie bars. So, get them into aluminum, which I don't know, they're not that heavy. But I'm going to take and to pull the fenders off, because we had originally put these fenders on here. We thought we were going to pull super, but this engine here really does its best in first gear. I've talked to several other people that had this type of engine in there, and it seems to, you put it in second gear, it seems to fall flat on its face when it gets out, unless I have the crank redone, and I'm not going out and spending $1,000 to redo a crank on a pulling tractor that just for fun, that really gives me nothing in return other than fun. So it's kind of like, it's hard to justify spending something like that. I mean, I probably could, but power-wise, the tractor, we haven't stopped it. I haven't found anything yet that'll stop it. Every time we've ever pulled with it, it has just kept right on, except the time I put it in second gear and pulled in a super class, which we're sort of outclassed in the super class type of pulling, so we kind of pull more toward the first gear, 3.5 mile an hour, and it seems to do its best in that. So like I say, I haven't done anything to the engine other than just put it in there and had to drill a hole for the crank. But so I'm going to take the fenders back off, and I'm going to probably put them on the Super C here. They're C fenders. With redoing the weight brackets and taking the fenders off and probably losing about 20 pounds myself, I can get it into the 2750 class. It'll be very tight. I've even thought about taking the distributor off, taking the battery out of it, putting the magnet in it, and just hand cranking the thing, you know, or leaving the starter on it and using my jump box to start it. But that's getting a little drastic, but I don't think I'll go that route. But with getting the weight brackets lightened up, the wheelie bars lightened up, and a lot of people say, well, why don't you just cut the axles over here, or why don't you redo this and cut this off and cut that and cut that and cut that? And I said, I just don't have the heart to cut them. I'd rather not pull if it come down to that. I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna butcher a tractor. Cut it up. Even this one here, we never did anything like that to it. The way, like I say, the way this tractor pulls in the 3250, 3500 pound class, it seems to do its best. So that's the reason. One reason we left. We didn't ever mess with the cast center hubs and things like that. I see a lot of people, they take and cut the skirt off on the top plate there on the transmission and things like that. They take the box off, put like a school chair and, you know, several things like that. And we lighten the front end up with the solid hubs and painted them to look like the Super C, so it kind of looks like that. But everything on here is pretty much factory on here, other than the weight brackets and the wheelie bars. It's pretty much a stock C. So, but that's my plans on it. I'm gonna work on that this winter here. Back when pulling season gets back started up in the spring, we'll be ready to go on that. I was well pleased with how it did. 3250, like I said, we moved that weight in the wrong position, or took the weight off one side and it caused it to spin. 3,500 pound class, it pulled 208 feet. 3,700 pound class stock, it pulled 192 or something like that, I think. And that probably could have been better if I had moved some weights. We had some more weights on the front. We probably should have moved to the rear, but like I said, I don't have a rear weight bracket on the back yet. I'm working on that, and that's it. But yeah, so we actually did better. The tires have cut just a little bit. Kind of hard to cut set $800 tires, and then on top of that, $100 piece tubes. So it's a little tough to do that. They did excellent. If you watched in the last couple videos of it pulling, you notice that we had about 6 pounds of air in the tires, and the cleats were uniformed. Everything was the same. Sitting on the trailer, we let the air out, and it's sitting flat on the ground. So it's getting all the full cleat of traction. So like I say, it pulled straight as just as straight as it could be. It's amazing. I pulled some other tractors before and never had one pull this straight. So obviously we've got something set up with the tires and things like that. So pleased with that. Pleased with the engine performance for a stock engine. Of course, you know that's not the engine in this C, but it is a stock international engine. So I was gonna say I was pleased with that. Everything else, but we're just gonna lighten it up a little bit, because I think we're gonna try to get into some 2,700 pound classes. I think we can do that. shaving just a little bit of weight off here and there. I'm not going to mess with the hitch. It has a factory Farmall C and Super C hitch on it. I feel like it's strong enough to, with the tractor pulling, not to break anything or rip the cast out. So it's pulling on 3 points on the bottom of the transmission. So I feel good about that. You can get in there and make your little brackets and things and you know, break a chunk of cast off the transmission like that, and you know, I'm not going to do that. So you got to be careful about this stuff, because during this time there was some kind of poor quality cast in some of these tractors during the Korean War anyway, or right around the Korean War. So, but anyway, thanks for watching, and like I say, I know some of y'all pull too, but this is just a little hobby, just a little side thing. We love to pull. Wife loves to pull, so we had a good time pulling at the Carthage. So, but anyway, thanks for watching.